The Executive Director of the Alliance of Social Equity and Public Accountability, SEPA, is currently being detained at the Teshi District Police Command. He is reportedly being held in connection with his publication that members of the President's family traveled with the presidential jet to the UK for shopping. The complaint against him was lodged by the Ghana Armed Forces and is expected to be arraigned on Thursday, 10 February at the Kaneshie District Court. Mensah Thompson reported himself to the police after the complaint lodged against him was brought to his attention. Let's go to the phone lines now and speak to his lawyer, Kojoga Adawudu. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us here on Joy News Prime. So we understand he is in custody. What charges has been leveled against him?
It's a pleasure being on this network. He's been charged for publication of false news under the section 207 and section 208 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act, Act 29.
Now, this was a complaint was lodged and he reported himself to the police. Do you find the process of him being held in custody worrying or wrongful?
I would say that I would say there's some bad faith somewhere, in that the police invited him. That was in mid of January or getting to the end of January. We spoke from the headquarters, we spoke with the police that he was writing an exam. We negotiated with the police. The police agreed that at the end of the week, that is first week in February, we can come. So yesterday I called the police that he had finished his exam, will be coming today in the afternoon. The police agreed with us. We went this afternoon. Only while they took our statement, caution statement and charge statement, then we were told that the police had earlier on gone to court for a warrant arrest. We've not been invited, we've not resisted any arrest, and that's why they went. So because it is the warrant of arrest, we will have to be detained and be put before the magistrate court tomorrow.
And so he's going to sleep, in the custody of the police. He's going to be there overnight. That is your worry?
Okay, it's a process. If it is the arrest warrant or bench warrant that has been issued, it is the court that has issued it that can rescind it. So it is either when you are arrested, you are put before the court immediately, and the excuse they gave us was that court was not in session. We went there around 1 o'clock, only left the place around 5:36. So the court was not in session, and invariably, there was no way they were going to leave us unless tomorrow that will appear before the court.
Did he report to the police station with you? Did you accompany him to the police station?
Yes, I actually called the police that we were coming from yesterday and this morning. So we went together with few of his friends. We went together to the police, and I can tell you that at the Teshi District Command, I would tell you that in my almost 2 decades of practice, they had been professional. The CID, the District Command, everything, they were professional. It's only they told us that they had a warrant arrest from their superiors, and their superiors, because of that, their hands are tied, and so that's all. I think that I would commend them for being professional.
And so he will be arraigned tomorrow. I guess you'll be pleading. What are you pleading to the charges?
For me, we would go, let them put the facts before the court. What I know is that he had a source which published that the first family had traveled with the presidential jet. When he realized that his source had misled him, or it was a blunder, He came back to apologize that he's sorry, and he's been responsible to say sorry. If somebody is not responsible, he will not say sorry, I got my story wrong. But he came back, apologized, and said he got the story wrong. So, if I have apologized, does that mean that that constitutes criminal charges, or is an offense, or is a crime? We would go tomorrow, listen to the facts, the charges, and we will put before the judge, persuade the judge that we should be granted bail. And whilst we are granted bail, I'm sure the prosecution will come and prove their case beyond reasonable doubt that really there was a crime committed by saying that on its Facebook.
Thank you very much. That's Victor Kojoga Daodu, his lawyer for Mensah Thompson, who is the executive director of ASERPA.